She was so small, barely the size of a shoebox, and her fur was matted with dirt. Her eyes blinked slowly, unsure of what was happening. Someone had dumped her in the middle of a crowded market, along with 3 other puppies. No explanation, no sign of help. Just tiny lives trying to survive in a place too loud, too cold, and too uncaring. When the report came in, the team didn't waste a second. 4 puppies, abandoned, vulnerable. It was the kind of call that never gets easier. The kind of rescue where every second matters. The car pulled up quietly. The market buzzed with noise and people, but in one forgotten corner, there they were, huddled together, confused and scared. One of them, the tiniest, looked up with wide, glassy eyes. Her face was smudged with grime, but her expression held something deeper. Hope. "Okay, Bubba. You're coming with me," said the rescuer gently, scooping the little one into their arms. The puppy didn't fight. She leaned in instead, as if she already knew this was safety. This was warmth. This was something she'd never felt before. Back at the rescue, the puppies were cleaned and comforted. Blankets were warmed. Soft hands cradled soft bodies. One by one, the pups began to realize they weren't alone anymore. The smallest girl, still shivering slightly, was given her own space and a gentle voice to calm her. "Hello, baby," the rescuer whispered, wiping the dirt from her nose. "You're safe now." She had a lot to say. Soft whimpers, tiny yelps, little grumbles, as if trying to tell her whole story at once. Maybe she was just overwhelmed. Maybe she was just relieved. Either way, she found her way under a blanket and curled up, her breathing finally beginning to slow. Later that day, something sweet happened. She began to follow the rescuer's voice. Every time she heard it, her little tail gave the slightest wag. Just a flutter. But it was enough. It meant she understood. She wasn't lost anymore. Within hours, she was surrounded by love. The other puppies snuggled in around her like puzzle pieces. They formed a tiny heap of hope, warm and safe, and no longer forgotten. One of them began nibbling on a toy tunnel, and soon the others joined. There was play in their steps now, confidence in their movements. They were starting to be puppies again. The rescuer watched from the side, moved to tears. "You're just a little bubbling," they said with a smile, as the girl pup wriggled her whole body with joy. She was still dirty, still a little unsure, but her spirit had returned, and that was everything. These dogs had been discarded like trash, but they were not trash. They were life. They were joy. They were deserving of homes, of comfort, of people who saw them as something to love, not something to leave behind. That day, one small rescue turned into something much bigger. It turned into a reminder that kindness still exists, that even when the world feels harsh, there are hands that will reach out, arms that will carry, hearts that will care. The little girl who once lay forgotten in the dirt now had a name, a blanket, a future, and maybe, just maybe, a forever family waiting around the corner.